firstborn descendant of Clan Dunbrog, and I'll be shooting for my own hand.
What are you doing?
Merrida! Curse this dress!
Merrida, stop this! Don't you dare loose another arrow!
With an unprecedented track record of critically acclaimed and box office smashing films that have delighted and amazed both kids and adults, it seems that animation studio Pixar has become their own stiffest competition, with each new film deemed a disappointment if it doesn't match or exceed the latest high watermark they've set. But their latest film, Brave, has a unique set of pressures, as not only the first film in Pixar's 18-year history with a female main character, and Pixar's first entry into Disney's profitable princesses merchandising behemoth, but it's also the first Pixar film directed by a woman, Brenda Chapman, who came up with the story but was replaced partway through production. Brave takes place in medieval Scotland, where a teenage princess with an unruly tangle of bright red hair named Merrida, voiced by Macdonald, is beginning to bristle at her royal obligations. While Merrida would rather spend her days with her bow and arrow exploring the Scottish wilds, her mother, Eleanor, voiced by Thompson, wants Merrida to buckle down, act more ladylike, and fulfill her royal duties. However, these duties include Merrida being married off to the son of one of 3 clan chieftains to maintain order in the kingdom. For Merrida, this is the last straw, and she responds first by embarrassing both her family and the clans, then by having a spell cast on her mom that promises to change Eleanor's mind about Merrida's fate. But when the spell is more than Merrida bargained for, she must find a way to reverse it and prevent the kingdom from descending into tribal warfare. At one point, Merrida says that, quote, legends are lessons. And one of the most striking things about Brave is how much it feels like it could be an ancient myth, despite being an original story. As with all Pixar films, a beautifully rendered world is a given, and the artists at Pixar have outdone themselves again with the stunning and endlessly detailed Scotland they've created, with Merrida's wild mane as the crowning achievement. One thing I've always admired about Pixar movies are their somewhat unconventional messages for kids, which go beyond tired bromides like believe in yourself and beauty is on the inside, to explore themes like jealousy and the fear of obsolescence in the Toy Story trilogy, the plight of the truly different in The Incredibles, and the idea that love means letting go and finding Nemo. The message in Brave is again an unconventional one, but with a bit of a twist. A lesser studio would have been content with Brave's obvious message that kids should have the freedom to be who they want to be. But by making Eleanor a bigger character, Merrida learns that while she should be true to herself, that's not an excuse to be selfish. And to avoid trouble, parents and kids need to really listen to each other. It's a nuanced idea with no simple answers, and it's a gutsy thing to hang a kids' film on that could start some interesting conversations. Brave is good, but it ranks pretty low compared to Pixar's many classics. A big reason is that Brave is about humans in a historical setting, so there isn't the same cleverness and humor in seeing the world through the eyes of fish, toys, or monsters. And for longtime Pixar fans, it's hard not to be unsettled by the fact that Brave, following Cars 2, is Pixar's second film in a row where merchandising seems to have trumped heart. Still, a mediocre Pixar film is often better than a good film by anyone else, and while I'll be curious to see if boys are able to get into a story about mothers and daughters, I think Brave has some interesting stuff that's worth a trip to the theater. I'm Jonathan Kim, and this is a ReThink Review.